This is Dream Chasers, episode 14, with Janice Spearbeck. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Adam Carswell, and welcome to Dream Chasers, Interviews with the Future. On Dream Chasers, we interview individuals with supernatural amounts of potential based on early success in their careers. Thank you for tuning in. Now let's get straight to the interview. Hey guys, this is Adam Carswell, and today I'm joined by Janice Spearbeck. Janice is an entrepreneur and a realtor with TVRG Homes at RE/MAX Gateway. She's from La Plata, Maryland, went to Elon University, and now resides in beautiful Arlington, Virginia. Janice, thanks for being on the show. And do you have any opening remarks for our listeners?
Welcome, listeners. I don't have any big opening remarks. Just thanks, Adam, so much for inviting me to be on the podcast. I am an avid podcast listener, so this is like a bucket list item. I'm excited.
Yeah, definitely happy to have you on here. For listeners out there, I ran into Janice a couple weeks ago, maybe not even that long ago, and she was speaking in front of a group of at least 150 people, if not more, and I was impressed with her story, along with the fact that she loves podcasts. So I'm like, hey, after she gets off stage, I'm going to ask this woman what she wants to do. So here she is.
Woo.
Janice, how long have you been in real estate?
So I've been in real estate since 2014. It will be 5 full years licensed this March coming up, 2019.
So so that's the other thing is we like to have individuals like yourself on the show that are obviously established, had early success, but are getting ready to take on an incredible life of more successes to come. So we definitely see that in you. I would say since you started in 2014, was that around the time that you realized that you wanted to take real estate, take this career to the next level?
You know, I would actually say that it was probably about a year and a half in that I really decided real estate was for me and I wanted to take it to the next level. The owner of RE/MAX Gateway, Scott McDonald, family friend, wonderful broker, wonderful person, encouraged me to get licensed after I graduated from Elon. And you know, I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. I was like, I love houses. I love people. I watch HGTV. That's awesome. But I had no idea just the depth of this industry, how much it changes. About a year and a half in, once I really got disciplined and started really helping clients, and I felt diving into what the nitty-gritty of this business is, that I was like, wow, this is an awesome career. It's never the same. It is always exciting. I'm going to keep doing it.
Nice. I'm curious, was there something, because you mentioned that you got more disciplined about a year and a half in, was there a defining moment or maybe some type of proactive method that you were using that you're like, okay, like I'm disciplined now. I wasn't before, but I am now. Yeah,
I think that I just kind of, how do I best put this? I just this is stupid and I hate when people say this, but I'm going to say it because it's true. One day you are going to wake up and decide that that entrepreneurship, I think this applies to any business. You are either going to wake up and do the things that make you money, or you're going to continue to putz around your apartment and not really do things that make you money and, you know, wash your car and clean your dishes, or you're going to switch your morning routine. I mean, that's what I did. I've been listening to all these people that tell you things to do. I get up before 6 a.m. I change my voicemail every day. I write personal notes every day. And I just started focusing on activities that make you money. And I don't think this business is hard. I think that the hardest thing is doing activities when you don't want to do them, because you have freedom and flexibility. And so there's a time where I say, wow, I really don't want to write notes today, but I just do it. And there's
right.
Really.
And you're putting yourself out of your comfort zone. So that way it becomes a habit and it's no longer an area that you don't feel uncomfortable in.
Yep. 100%.
Love it. So what is your why? Why do you do what you do?
Oh, well, I have always felt called to be a mom and have kids. And so I just love this idea that when I don't have children now, I'm not pregnant, but I do love the idea of when I have a family, having the freedom and flexibility to really invest my time into their lives and the activities that they want to do. And I love, a part of the American dream is owning a home. And there is no better feeling than handing over someone's keys to their very first house. They are joyful. It is a wonderful moment. And I've always loved helping people. And this is just a great way. It's cool. It's cool to help people on their journey to check off a bucket list item.
I agree. And as you mentioned, this is, purchasing a home or changing locations and where you live in someone's life. That's, top 5, if not top 3 stressful moment that someone's going to go through. And when you can be there to please someone in a stressful moment, you also build a lifelong connection.
Yep.
What would you say have been some of the downsides to being in this space, and what are some of the positives?
Oh man. I mean, the positive is, just what I talked about before, helping people, helping them realizing their dream and purchasing a house, the flexibility. But with that flexibility, the upside is that I don't work a normal 9 to 5. So if I need to go to Trader Joe's at 10 a.m. on Tuesday, I can. But the downside to that is the exact opposite. Most people want to look at houses or meet to talk about their issues after the normal 9 to 5. So it is very often that I work weekends, weekdays till 8, 9 o'clock at night. And I like it because it's always exciting. But sometimes, especially when I was early in the business, I was super bummed that all my friends were going to a brunch and I was at an open house. But now I'm used to it.
I mean, there's some cool things about open houses, though. If you want, you can bake cookies and maybe invite your friends over to do a small version of brunch there at your house.
Yeah, you know what? I should do that. My friends should come to my open houses. What the heck? Yeah, I'm going to invite them.
You got foot traffic.
Right.
Helps make the house look better.
Yeah.
What industry leaders and role models are you inspired by?
Ooh, this is a good one. I love Brian Buffini. He's great. He's an immigrant that came to this country, got into real estate, and has made something of himself. And he's all about relationships, and that's how I base my business. My team lead, Brian Felder, he's awesome. Scott McDonald, my broker. Andre Gutierrez, another great realtor in this area, my buddy. They're just, when I see people older than me living the life that I want to live, they're super inspiring. My faith means a lot to me. So I also love John Maxwell. If you guys are looking to read any of his books, he's got great thoughts on leadership. Yeah, those are my people, I think, that I touch with.
Nice. Do you think they're going to be hearing this interview?
Brian and Scott and Andre will listen to it. I'm going to send it to them.
All right. Well, I was going to say, give them a special message right now for when they hear this.
Thank you, 3 gentlemen, for inspiring me to do better on a daily basis, for whipping me back to reality when sometimes when I just need a pep talk and need to get aligned with back who I am as an agent. You guys are always there to just tell me I'm doing the right thing and to keep moving forward.
Yes. Thank you guys. Because if it wasn't for you, then who knows? Maybe we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
We definitely wouldn't be. I don't know if I would have been a real estate agent for sure.
What do you do? I remember you mentioned this actually during your speech on stage, and we joked about it before the interview. What do you do for inspiration?
Oh, inspiration.
And the reason we joked about it, I should make that clear, is because you're like, oh, well, I do it more for like stress relief. But what do you do for inspiration?
Oh, for inspiration, I love podcasts. And I listen to a lot of podcasts to get me inspired every day. I love hearing people's stories. I'm a big people person. So hearing them overcome triumphs is great for me. But also with Adam and I were joking about it, creating your own schedule and dealing with people every day. Buying a house, selling a house is very emotional. And one of the things I really like to do is manage my stress level. And there's a great app called Aura, AURA, and it's a guided meditation app that just gives you 3 minutes of centered and focused time. I think, general meditation practices, you're supposed to be quiet for a long time, 20 minutes. I don't think I could stop talking and clear my mind for 20 minutes, but 3 minutes with someone talking me through it is definitely manageable. So that's what I do I like to do that in the mornings and sometimes in the afternoon, just to get myself centered and back on track if I get distracted.
Right. And I think you also mentioned maybe working out, but you are a former and in a sense still current athlete, correct?
Yeah, I do strength training twice a week, actually, strength and conditioning, and still play golf, still play softball. Big sports girl. I always joke that I'm the only child. My dad didn't have a boy, but he did have an athlete. So we're always going to events around town. And yeah, I love sports. They're great. They're great for teams. They're great to meet people. And I like winning. I think everybody does. So,
What position did you play in softball?
I played outfield. I caught when I was really little. And then when I got to high school and got a lot more competitive, I started playing outfield. I'm pretty fast. So that's what I still play today.
Nice. Speed kills. So I think it seems like it transfers from the field to the workforce.
Yes. It's all about the hustle in both working and, got to hustle to the bases, and you got to hustle when you're working every day.
Where do you see yourself in 3 years in 2021?
2021. In 3 years, I'm going to be doing the same stuff. I love this business, and I'm excited to see how this business, with the rise of technology, it's going to change. But I'm excited to ride the wave of change, and hopefully I will be more than halfway through paying my condo off. And I love it here. I love the city, so I'll be sticking around.
Right. Yeah. Great time to stay here and stick around too. We've got Amazon coming in, and we'll see who else follows the lead. I'm sure. Actually, there's been a lot of companies relocating to this area, but obviously Amazon's the big one. So it's a good sign.
Yep.
What advice do you have for young entrepreneurs that have maybe a desire to go into the same industry or were in your shoes back in 2014?
Yeah. What advice do I have? So I would say the advice I have is to financially plan, especially if you are, and this is probably what I wish I had known as well. This is all lumped into one. Real estate sends a very shiny message that you don't have to kind of have a lot of money to go into it. And while that may be true, real estate is a business. And once you kind of have that mindset shift, that you are running your own business, your practices change. And so I encourage people to plan out their finances. If you're used to working a 9 to 5, which I was, I'd worked since I was 13. I was used to getting a steady paycheck, and that is not how commission-based sales does run. And you need to learn to budget. You need to learn to pay attention to where your money's going, and you need to learn a lot about yourself. So I mentioned the meditation app that I do pretty much every morning, and it's because I'm highly emotional. I love my clients. I feel for them. I want them to get the house that they want. And you need to know yourself and know how to respond to other different personalities, when to respond. Just working with people and being a good people person is something I would focus on if you're thinking about getting into this business. And just, you got to be flexible. This business changes all the time. The forms change. Every client is different. Every deal is different. So if you can't handle change or you don't like change, I don't know another business for you, but I would not suggest this one if you don't like change.
Right. Can you give an example of something you wish maybe you would have done differently looking back?
What would I have done differently looking back? I talked to a lot of agents about the process. When I first started, I would talk to people in the office about the process of real estate, like what the forms were like, what the process looked like. I wish I had talked to each agent more about their lifestyle. So after meeting the more successful agents and really getting my lifestyle, waking up early, all the things I talked about on track, was when I started to see success. And I wish that I had spoken with people more often and open and honestly about how they run, because the beauty of having your own business is that everybody runs it differently. And so I would have asked people about how they run their personal business instead of how they run their forms and the transactions itself.
I agree. And yeah, and there's still beauty in the way that you did it. I'm sure. I know a lot of personally, and I'd say you're probably similar to me. You kind of like to live with, no regrets and be proud of all the choices and decisions that you made, because they've gotten you to where you're at now. We do want to keep that in mind, I'm assuming, right? You're still happy with everything you've done, right?
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm very proud. Yeah, just I'm trying to give, they say you have to fail. I'm trying to give you guys a less bumpy option.
There we go. Nice. All right. Well, we're almost done. I've got 3 fun questions for you here.
Oh yeah, I love fun questions.
Could you tell the listeners, 1, what your favorite candy is, 2, favorite bottled water, and 3, favorite city?
Favorite city's easy. It's DC. It's got green space. I love history. It's got a ton of historic stuff. I've been to a lot of cities and just no place like home. So that's an easy one. Favorite bottled water. I don't really drink bottled water. I drink from the tap or from a Brita filter because I was an environmental science major. And if you want to look up the plastic, there's a plastics issue in the world. So I use a reusable cup. They're all DC sports themed.
I'm really happy we had you on.
Yeah, it's bottled water is.
I mean, it's like I'm thinking of these questions, like no idea that I was actually going to get a lesson on bottled water, but it's like really good to know.
Nope, I use tap water.
So what can we do to be healthier then? Could you say it again?
Oh yeah, I would definitely just encourage people. I mean, number 1, we live in a really great place with some good infrastructure, so your water is getting treated. And I have a big Brita pitcher, but everywhere I go, I carry a reusable water bottle. I have for years, and it's just reducing your consumption. You know, if you drink 1 water bottle a day, 5 days a week for, just 30 days, that's 30 water bottles. And if you want to look up scary things like Trash Island, and there's a lot of stuff out there. Drink from a reusable water bottle. It's so easy. Our water quality is so amazing compared to other people in the world.
Notes are being taken. All right. And your favorite candy? Do you enjoy sweets?
So I'm more of a savory person, but I do enjoy, I would rather have an appetizer than a dessert. Mm-hmm. But my favorite candy is Reese's Eggs or any of the holiday varieties. So like Reese's Trees, Reese's Eggs, Reese's Pumpkins, because they have better peanut butter to chocolate ratio. It's, they make hearts for Valentine's Day. Like any of the special Reese's, the butter to chocolate ratio is way better. And I will stock up on them after they go on, 50% off sale. And I'm down to my last 4 eggs, and I need Halloween to come quick so I can get my Reese's back.
Right. Wow. That's a really good observation that I guess I just never would have thought of again. So drink from the tap, peanut butter to chocolate ratio has got to be there. And DC is definitely the place to be. Yeah. Okay. Quick recap. That's cool. Well, Janice, thank you for sharing with us. I think that this, your story is going to touch a lot of lives. It already has, but it's going to continue to. We just can't thank you enough for joining us. Do you have any final comments?
No, thank you for asking me to be on. This was fun. If you ever need anything or need any help, don't be afraid to reach out or give me a call.
Yeah, actually, so we can put this in the show notes, but would you mind letting the listeners know how they can get in touch with you?
Yeah, absolutely. You could just go to my website, janice.tvrghomes.com. You can look I'll send Adam the link in the show notes. My phone number, email, everything is on there. Happy to talk to you if you have questions, concerns. I've had so many people help me along the way. All I can do is pass it forward. So
thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's Janice Spearbeck. Thank you for joining us here on Dream Chasers, and we will see you in the next episode.
All right. Thanks, Adam.